Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Fifth Line Podcast. We're back. As you can see, I got a little bit of something different behind me, or maybe you can't even tell. I did move.
I think it looks pretty different. Yeah,
different. Yeah, it looks like a terrible mess of games and then one Colonel Sanders right there.
That's who that is. I thought that might have been.
Yeah.
Where'd you get that?
You should find a Ronald McDonald.
There you go, the Colonel.
You should get all of the fast food ones that are.
They have like a bunch of McDonald's like weird like characters. Like they have like a McNugget guy. I think they did have.
Do they have the Hamburglar?
I feel like they
might
did,
get it and just paint a Habs jersey on it.
Oh wow,
37 on the back.
Yeah. But we got it at this store called Heroes Hideout in. Was that the Crossgates or Colony? The Crossgates. Crossgates Mall.
Okay.
Heroes Hideout.
I know where that is. Yep.
I don't know. It is? Okay, never mind. It's the Colony Center. But yeah, that's where we got that. But I feel like not that much has happened. You got some stuff, Benny. You guys are out. Your Canadians are on a tear. Why don't we do that? Why don't we just do that?
Go right into teams.
That's pretty much all we got.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's been a strange week to be a Habs fan this past week, and in a good way. I mean, well,
or is it? Where's the tank?
We'll get to that. But any week that you can beat the Toronto Maple Leafs 5-2 is a nice week, and they are on a 5-game winning streak under Martin St. Louis. So he's now 5-3. I think is his record as a never before NHL coach coming in to take over one of the worst teams in NHL history. Not so bad. So that's been nice.
Pretty good start.
The fact that we're kind of climbing out of our whole going for Shane Wright here thing is not the best, but
yeah, dude.
I'm curious. I want to see what you guys think. This is just hey, Marty, what a guy.
I gotta hang this up.
What do you think? So when it was only a 4-game streak, it was their first 4-game win streak in the regular season since 2019. When they hit this 5-game streak, when do you think the last time they had a 5-game win streak was?
17.
Are you counting playoffs? Did they have one in the
regular
playoffs?
season? Regular season.
The last time they had Plecky.
2015, when Carey Price was insane.
It was in 2016-17, but it was still 5 years ago.
Yeah.
That's how mediocre they've been. They've never even it's 5. I mean, it's a decent win streak, but any halfway good team is gonna have at least one of those in a year, usually.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
They're gonna have one where, because it's hockey, sometimes you just get on a heater. You get most teams have something like that.
That's very true.
So, but a big part of the last few games has been a lot. I mean, the whole everything I've been saying, or I think I had started to say about Marty last week, because there had been a couple wins, I think, in terms of him getting the boys that they had energy again. They looked like they were giving a general shit again. All that, but then the thing that's kind of continued that is both Montembeault and Andrew the Hamburglar Hammond, who has now won 2 games that he's played in with the Habs, which is just wild. Of all the guys I thought would see in the Habs net crease this year, he was not there. But they've been getting saves, and they've been playing in every game. They've been in every game. They just look like they give a shit and have some confidence, which is a very huge pivot from just a month ago.
That's good.
It's been nice. It's been nice to have a few wins.
Yeah.
It's been nice to actually want to watch a Habs game and have fun watching a Habs game.
Is the question.
That is what I'm worried about. I mean, not even so worried about. It's just I hope that he can, even if when the losses start coming, I hope it can be some 4-3, 3-2, 3-2 in overtime, 3-2, or like 2-1 losses, be games where you're competitive in it, and you can at least keep seeing guys like Cole Caulfield, like Nick Suzuki, who have been going the hell off the last few games, on the line with Josh Anderson. See some growth from Romanov. As long as you keep seeing that, it'll be fine. I don't think they're gonna kind of fall. If they'll start losing again, but I don't think they're gonna fall back into what they were, where they were at this year, just because they're. I don't know. I don't know what it was about Marty, but like they
think it was more or less of what it was about him, and more of what it was about Dom.
They just really didn't like Dom, I don't think.
Yeah, well, didn't Anderson say like after one of the first, like their first win with Marty, they were like, he was like, it was nice to play music in the locker room or something.
Yeah,
like he wasn't allowed, or like they weren't allowed.
I don't know if it was like they weren't allowed. I think that was more so just like, oh yeah, they play music whenever it's a win, like it's a pump up music. It might just be like a thing they do, and they had. I don't know if it. I don't know. I didn't read it like that, but I guess that's possible.
I think it's more likely than they just play it whenever they win, because they have a couple wins.
But yeah, I don't know. Dom is the longer this streak of play goes on, the worse Dom is looking. And then it's not even just that. It's like Cole Caulfield was immediately just
he was immediately
on fire. Like,
yeah.
And obviously some of that's regression because his shooting percentage was just not great to start the year. And that was always going to trend back. But like, he's also just been like torching everybody for like the last 5-6 games. Like, so what was it that, I don't know. Dom was really crushing him that much in terms of his confidence, which I guess he kind of was. He was throwing him down to the third, fourth line every other game, he was getting like 10 to 13 minutes a game, like, and not even in that highly offensive of roles. Like, yeah. So I guess that does make sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So St. Louis literally comes in and is like, hey, you're really fucking good. And the parts that you are really fucking good, take your chances. Try to give me a little bit of defensive play on the other end of that.
Yeah.
And we'll be fine. I'll give you playtime. And that apparently appears to be the mix that he needed to do all along.
Nice.
So yeah. It's interesting. I'm still kind of getting used to like what St. Louis is going for in terms of how he's coaching. It's really interesting because I read like it was a in-depth article. I think Arpin Bazu did it with another guy at The Athletic, where he basically essentially said, yeah, we kind of are going to play with a system sort of in the really basic sense of like they've just gone back to doing man on D.
Okay.
And like but otherwise he's really preaching like what he's calling them concepts, in terms of like he's focusing more on creating in-game situations in practice and like ways to get in and out of it, and like ways to like use whoever you are as a player and your strengths to like read a situation and do what would be what you would do. I don't like he's doing like a half system.
That's interesting.
But not really. And I'm curious to see how long it'll work.
That's interesting.
Yeah. And I probably did a really bad job of explaining it, but if anybody has The Athletic, there is like a really extensive article about all of his like coaching philosophy that he did an interview on early. And I don't know. It's interesting, like, 'cause it's different. Like it's something that, and it's like the one situation where I think a coach really would get to try something like this is the situation that Habs are in, because it was like it was so very clearly already all done. So like we'll get this guy in as an interim tag for the rest of this year, see if he's got something. And I mean, early returns are he's got something, but also I hope that even if he like continues this strong like level of play that he's been getting them out of them so far for the rest of the year, I hope they take a bit more of a not reluctant, but I don't know, they don't go the route of giving Dom 3 years after getting them into a Stanley Cup final.
Yeah.
I hope they go the route of giving him like a 1-year contract and then reevaluate from there. Because like as good as he's been having them look, like it's not weird to be a little hesitant about him. He has literally he's in game 8, he's in game 8 of his total coaching experience at all, other than Pee Wee. So like it's not weird to be a little hesitant, but I do think I could see him maybe coming back for like one more year after this, and then like again, if it's proven again, then maybe hold on. I don't know. It's been fun though.
Okay, cool. Nick, what about you up there? Are we frozen again?
Nope. Not a lot to say. Matt Murray made his debut back in the team after
another injury
block of time off. Bear with me because I may lose power on my laptop. But he lost.
Well,
gave up two against the Canadians, 2 to Lehkonen. So I'm like, if anybody, I guess it's okay with him. But
frickin' A.
But they only scored 1 goal, and if you're only fucking scoring 1 goal against the Canadians, then you're gonna lose. So that drives me a little up the wall. But the fact that Colin Lake got the only goal, a guy who hasn't played all season long, it's nice. Good for you that you got a goal.
Finally
but
here.
What the fuck is the rest of the team doing?
Yeah, well,
the rest of the team that's played together.
Where's $8 million Brady Tkachuk at?
All right.
Where is he? What the fuck? He hasn't earned that shit even a little bit.
No, he's their points leader right now.
Oh, okay.
He's only got like 35 though. So
yeah, okay. On the Sens team, that's what you'd expect.
Yeah.
If you bear with me, I'll tell you what it is.
Eventually, Stützle, Paul, Batherson.
He's got 37.
Batherson would
20.
Batherson, if he hadn't gotten hurt, would be the points leader, would he not? Or would he just be goals leader?
He was the points leader before that. The goal leader is still Norris.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but he's also out. He's long-term out. Batherson's long-term out. Shabbat came back, so that's good. But
guys just hurt. Well,
yeah. Injury plagued right now. But there's not a lot to say. They did have a good stretch.
I think they were like 500 for.
Let me see where
a couple
we're
weeks.
at. So
which is pretty good.
Yeah, they had a decent month. They probably had a.
Oh, this was their busy month.
Yeah. No, next is
what?
All of them are.
Both. It's all busy.
The remaining 2 months of the season are very packed for them.
Dang.
Because next week they've got 3. The following they got 4. The following they have 4. The following they have 3. So yeah, they've got a lot going on for the next 2 months. They play Tampa on Tuesday, so that'll be fun. I'll watch that as long as I remember.
Get ready to get smoked.
Not a lot to say. Just the normal shit. I do have one thing that once we're done with teams that I want to bring up, see if you guys saw or want to react to.
Okay. Well, I'll make it snappy because the Lightning only play 2 games. The Oilers on Wednesday beat them 5-3. Pat Maroon got a goal, which is pretty cool, against his old team. Right? He played there, didn't he? Did he not?
Yes.
Where he started,
for
I think.
A year or 2, yeah. No, I think he started over in Anaheim or something, but he did go to the Oilers.
Oh, you're right, because he played with Corey Perry in Anaheim, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he got a goal there, and then but the big game this week was Saturday night, the first outdoor game in franchise history, for obvious reasons. Which was pretty cool. You can ask Nick. Nick was here because we moved in all Saturday. Was what we were doing. We were moving.
That was fun.
And then yeah, my forearms. It still hurts to squeeze my my hands from like from gripping like heavy chairs and couches. But yeah, so we watched that. We got Chili's and we watched the outdoor game. We tried at first. We were trying to watch it. I say that because my internet was disagreeing.
It was as Mike would say, sucking booty cheeks.
That's not what I say. I say suck balls. It was sucking balls. All right. It was like. It seriously was. What did you? Nick did a speed test. It was like 0.1 up and 0.2 down. Like not 1 up
first time
or
I ran
2 down.
It was So the first time I ran it was 0.5 up and 0.2 down. The second time I ran it was 0.15 up and 0 down.
It was having a hard time. So I reset. So I just did a hard reset, unplugged the modem, plugged it back in, and then it came back and it was fine. So everything after that was good.
Yeah, it ran swimmingly as soon as you reset
It did,
which is bizarre.
I was like, thank goodness. I don't want to talk to Spectrum people. No offense, Spectrum people, but I hate you. No, I don't actually, but it's a pain in the ass to get to a real person.
We do hate you.
But yeah, the game was pretty cool. A lot of country stuff, obviously, which I'm a country guy, so that was good. That was like, played to my likes, I guess. But the Lightning looked real nice in their unis. Tell you that. They had
It's a nice jersey.
They had the white gloves. They had the white. They had like a new helmet, which I was like, okay. It had
I kind of dug the oversized.
I liked it.
Logo.
I liked it, but I almost would have preferred them to take out the circle, the circle thing, and just
Right.
put the big lightning bolt on it. But it was all right, and it was cooler than like just a plain white one. But no, yeah, they looked pretty snazzy, and they came out pretty snazzy, and they won it 3-2. But they had two. No, what were you saying?
Did the Nashville jersey look any better, like actually in play? Because I didn't watch it.
I mean, well, it kind of yes, because you can't really see.
You can't see all the details.
Yeah,
where
you
it's
can't
like,
see
why
all
the fuck are the S's different sizes?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah, you can't see all the frigged up font. Yeah, no, it kind of they kind of did look better from afar or on the broadcast, but it was weird because it was supposed to be 16, like a high of 16 that day, like a week ago, and then it ended up being like 38. So I think the ice probably sucked a little bit, but it wasn't. I don't think it was as bad as the Tahoe when they did the games at Tahoe.
Yeah,
where there's
one of those days it worked, right?
Out.
And one it didn't.
Tahoe, the first one, they had a rough time. The first game, they were having a bad time in the afternoon, and then they postponed 2 periods of it into later, and then the next game, they just started later.
Yeah, the Boston-Philly one was the one that went better, right?
Yeah, that was the second one.
I think it was the Colorado-Vegas one that they did like 6 hours later in the pitch black.
Yep.
And it's like, you can't even see the pretty stuff.
Remember the last second fantasy change I had to swap in your boy?
Did you put him in?
I did.
Oh, nice. Nice. Yeah, Nick was asking me who he should put in, if he should put in Stamkos or
Duchesne.
That was it.
I didn't set my lineup. I didn't set my lineup last night, and I got so lucky that Marner was actually in because he had a 4-goal, 2-assist night.
Yeah. Jesus, that's got to be like 40-something points.
That game, it was 38.
Okay.
That game was something else. Also, the Leafs.
Kemper had a big game too, and I left him on my bench. I had Reimer in over him.
Get boned.
Yeah, that was
well, that game, because I don't know if you saw that game, the Leafs went into that third period up 7-2.
I know there's 8 goals.
The Red Wings made it 7-6, then it was 8-6, then the Red Wings made it 8-7, and then the Leafs bit down and made it 10-7 final. But like, Steve Dangle's reaction in his live stream was something.
Oh yeah, because that would have been on the stream. That's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Lightning?
Yeah, they did it in the outdoor. Their first and only outdoor game, and they won it. But they did it with 2, which I say but it's how the rules of the game. They got 2 of their 3 were maybe 3. They might have gone 3 of 3 on the power play. Because dude, it was some dirty. I don't know if you remember last year when they were in the same conference, Nashville and Tampa, but they did not like each other. Yeah, rivalry. They were. Yeah, and I think it's because Nashville just is a mean team. They just kind of play hard.
Physical team, yeah.
But it got chippy. You can even ask Nick. He said the same thing. He's like, "Why is this game so chippy?" I'm like, because Nashville plays hard and Tampa's not gonna let them do whatever they want. But yeah, so If somehow, some way that ends up being like the cup final, it's gonna be rough.
That would be interesting.
It would be odd. I don't think it will be, just because I don't think one, I don't think Nashville will make it out of the West, and although they very well could, and two, I don't think the Lightning can do 3 cup finals in 3 years. I just don't think it's statistically in today's game doesn't seem like a thing that'll happen, but you never know.
I mean,
you never know, but I just at some point they're going to fuck up.
I mean, with the way it's going right now, you got the guaranteed first round win against Toronto.
True.
There you go, 1 down.
No, because with my luck, they'll be the ones that Maple Leafs beat.
No,
and then I watch fucking Steve Dangle's fucking reaction.
There's no way that team's doing anymore. No, their goalies.
Okay.
No, I don't. No, I mean they're gonna do the same thing they do every year. They're gonna finish high, and then when playoffs come around, they won a game last night because they outscored the fucking Red Wings 10-7. They very almost gave up that game, and part of that was because both their goalies were terrible yesterday.
I think,
and they're like just a few days removed from being blown out by the Habs 5-2.
Well, they didn't even play Campbell last night.
Campbell started last night. He got yanked. And then Mrazek was also terrible.
I don't see the Leafs.
I guess you're right.
The Leafs aren't. I say this with, I'm gonna put like a knock on wood. I'm gonna knock on wood. That's what I'm looking for. The Leafs are not going to win 4 of 7 against either Florida or the Bolts.
No, they're going to lose to either one of them.
They're not as good. They're not as good. So
just look at their D-core, and they're fucked already.
The only way the Leafs are going to win around this year, at least, is they have to get into that top spot and hope that they get an easy wildcard team or an easier wildcard team. But even that, I don't know how likely it is.
Even then, who would you even get? I don't even. What are the wild cards like right now?
Let me look. They aren't great. Standings. Wild card. They are Boston and Washington. So even then, both of those. At least, actually,
Boston would be fucking funny. I want Boston to do it again.
I don't think I would. That would all depend on goaltending. If the Leafs got good goaltending in that series, I would give it to them.
Yeah, probably.
Washington,
but also
maybe
someone
not.
about the Bruins.
That's true.
Something about the Bruins. But I think I'm even aside from I don't think they're making it out of the first round. I think your Lightning are going to be fine this year.
No, they'll be good. And if they lose, whatever. They got
Vasilevsky is just such a fucking cheat code.
He is big. When I saw him. So Nick showed me the picture, or maybe it was you, Ben, of him in the All-Star game, and I was like, "What the fuck? Why is he so big?" Because he's not a big,
large
dude. He's a skinny guy. He's just tall, but his pads are big. It makes him look fat.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe he's cheating.
I mean, I'm sure it's all within the regulations or whatever.
I'm pretty sure it is, yeah.
But it was
they would have caught him by now.
It was like noticeably different, like when Carey and him like did the handshake line, and Carey's fucking tall too. And it was like, I think he's 6'4". He's either 6'3", 6'4". I think
Bassey is 6'6".
Yeah.
Carey, Price, height 6'3". Okay.
6'3". Okay.
Pretty
so
tall.
Like he's not tiny.
No, that's pretty tall.
But yeah, I don't know. I think they'll be fine. They'll get Toronto in the first round probably, and then
oh my god, if it ends up being
probably Florida.
Yeah, it'll more than likely it'll be Toronto, Florida, and then whoever the Metro team.
Well,
is.
Do you think they're making it through Florida? Is the question. Do you think they're making it through this year's Florida? I know you got a taste of it.
I don't know. I'd have to say no, but I don't know. We got Corey Perry on the team now, so
he is a fucking playoff legend. So, like,
friggin' right.
Don't. Yeah, that might actually be a thing. I'm gonna like. It's gonna hurt so much if like they make another cup final and like he gets like a cup winning goal or something.
Yes, that will
It's
hurt
gonna
so
hurt so
much.
much.
You guys just said the same thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, but I was lying. All right, Nick, you said you wanted to talk about something, get our reaction to it. I have no idea what you mean.
Two things.
What you're talking about.
I know we didn't really want to talk about it, but it was kind of a bold tweet that came out, or statement, whatever you want to call it. Did you see the Dominic Hasek comment?
No.
From yesterday?
I did not.
Yeah, yesterday. More or less summing it up, saying that the NHL must immediately suspend contracts for all Russian players.
Oh boy, that's a little much. That's a little much.
I don't think that's not realistic.
And also, what the fuck is that gonna do?
I mean, Putin loves his sports stars.
Yes, but okay, yeah. So hurt Putin in his feelings, like cool. Like it's not gonna help anything.
Yeah, I have a lot of time for like international competitions.
Oh yeah, no, they should be out.
Banning the country's team, that I do, but
and can we stop having their athletes as well? I know it's not their fault, but for fuck's sake, they keep cheating.
Then there's no punishment.
There's just no punishment.
Because it's like, God. All right, we don't get to technically have our flag, but then it's very clearly still the Russian team, so it's like whatever. But yeah, I don't know.
Same shit.
That seems not the most sensible, but I guess I don't want to dive too deep into this because I don't know if there's shit's changing all the time with where they're at right now, but I guess I'm just gonna leave it as, if you're in Ukraine, I hope you're safe, and I hope all this can fucking end soon, because people are dying for not really much of a good reason. So
the other thing,
I hope it ends sooner rather than later.
The other thing, so a lot of what Hasek said was apparently directed at Ovechkin. Ovechkin, if you haven't seen it and you don't know, if you look at his Instagram,
I think you know,
profile picture, take a look at that and tell me, if you were Alex Ovechkin, would you still want that as your profile picture? I would say no.
No, but the other thing is, a lot of these guys, their families over there, and unfortunately over there, they don't have what we have here, which is freedom of speech.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's like the thing with Panarin when he criticized Putin, and then within like a month or two, there was like basically falsified allegations that I think it was he assaulted
like a woman. Yeah.
Back in Russia, and he had to like take like a half a season off to try to deal with all that and whatever. Like, I don't blame any Russian athletes, because like, okay, you ask them about any of it, what the fuck are they gonna say? They have their own things to think about back home. Like, I don't blame them for not saying anything. However, yeah, Ovi, there's some stuff there. It's like, you could maybe not have him as your profile picture. You could maybe say a little bit of, because like, he's been on one of the really pro Putin-y guys, and I don't know.
Yep.
But
actually, a lot of
how
those.
You gonna?
Really.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess I don't know how much you can expect them to say. Like, because yeah, look at what happened with Panarin. Like, they're terrified of what might happen.
Yeah.
To the people that love their soul over there. I hope this can end soon, is what I'll leave it at, I guess.
I don't think it's gonna.
Agreed.
No, that's the problem, but anyway.
Hard saying, not knowing, but I will say that
fucking saying,
you guys didn't see it already. The Ukrainian president has drawn arms and out in the you're gonna judge me for saying this. It was, according to the video I saw this morning, this was the first time that a head of state has ever what's the right word? Bared arms, I guess.
Yeah.
For lack of a better word. Bared arms since George Washington.
Holy shit.
There's never been, right? So there's like, everybody's
unless you count Civil War.
On this guy for going out there.
Well, I mean, Jesus H, his whole fucking country's getting taken over. What's he gonna do?
Yeah. He's I don't know a ton about him in terms of like the inner workings of Ukrainian politics, but like he's certainly met the moment in terms of living up to it. I just hope he can survive it. It's all really scary, and it's scary in terms of what it could cause further, because there's a whole lot of NATO countries around Ukraine, and
they're not doing jack shit.
Yeah, well, because like the whole situation is
it's a stupid fucking organization.
Well, no, because like you get anything involved with American troops fighting in a war against Russian troops, it's a very fast way to have things deteriorate very quickly.
Yeah,
in terms of larger scale stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
And that's why they're in Ukraine right now. It's because they know we're not going to send anybody over. But that's okay.
It's just,
we will pump money into them.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is right now. I just wish it wasn't.
Best of luck to all.
Fighting.
If we have any Ukrainian listeners, best of luck.
Yes, I don't think they'll be watching this, but stay safe over there.
Say if you are, what the fuck?
Dang. It's dedication.
I don't think we are worth it. Just for like, you should probably be safer.
Yeah. What
Don't
else?
waste your hour watching us. That's what we're gonna.
We got anything else you guys want to talk about?
I will put a plug in for Mickey's new apartment. It's very swaggy.
Pretty nice.
Quite nice.
Pretty nice, yeah. Big loft. Yep, nice room, big ass bathroom.
When we do the housewarming for you, we'll have to do a little vlog sesh so that the viewers can see that.
All right, yeah, we can do that. We can have a little we can figure out something to do. Go to the range maybe. Fuck around in the range. A little vlog content. Yeah. Is that it? Man, it's gonna be a record. It's gonna be a record.
Do we have anything else? I'm trying to think.
I don't think there's really
what happened in the
else.
NHL this week.
Nothing with trades, nothing with contracts.
Yeah,
trades
have been
the
pretty
Lightning.
calm.
The Lightning are apparently in on Travis Boyd.
Who is that?
I don't know.
Wait, was he? He was he like a fourth liner with the Leafs last year? I remember a Boyd. Because there was a Boyd with the Leafs last year. I don't remember if that was him, because I think he like might have gone on like a 10-game tear where he was just like scoring on the fourth line for the Leafs. It was weird.
He's on Arizona right now. Well, for any like if there's any like hint at how like well known he is, I was Googling Travis Boyd and the first thing to come up was Travis Boyd taxidermy. So not not the hockey player, the taxidermist. Let me see. How's he doing this year? Is he good? What's he make? Let's see. 10 goals, 14 assists, 24 points on the Coyotes. He's a center. 28. I don't know what his cap hit is, but whatever it is, I don't think it's worth it. Unless it's like $1 million or something. But we've got
the one guy I think a lot of contenders are going to be interested in on the Habs, and I'm going to be really sad if he goes, is Arturi Lehkonen.
What's he make?
I think he's going to go. It's not a ton. It's like, I think 2.5, 3, maybe.
What is he? Third line, second line?
He can be really any of them. Like, he's better suited for like middle six.
Okay.
But and if you bump him up to first, he's going to be a purely defensive role on the first. But when he is a little further down, he has a bit more of a scoring touch and is a little more capable. He's really good at scoring in really clutch moments. He's the one who scored the one that sent him to the Cup final. He was the one who scored the winner of the qualifying series against Pittsburgh. He's always been really good in playoff moments too. Like, that's just been his thing. He's a really good playoff player. He's defensively sound as a forward can get. Yeah, he had good defensive numbers on this year's Habs, is your indication.
Oh wow, yeah.
So he's gonna be. The one thing is, I really hope they don't trade him unless they're getting a fucking lot. because he's still only 26 and he's an RFA. He's a guy that you can probably lock up for a decent amount of term for probably not a ton, and he's just so fucking useful.
Yeah.
And he's not. If he was 30, I'd be like, okay, maybe cut bait because you're going to try to get like a long-term deal with him by the end of his time. But he's only 26. You can do a long-term deal with him, and by the end, it's
32,
going to
33. He'll be fine.
Okay, then that's when you move on.
Yeah,
but I don't know. Nick, is there any Sens that you've heard anything in terms of movement?
No.
Stutzla?
It's been quiet.
We'll take him.
God, no. I hope not. I hope they do nothing.
Weird twist.
That would be a weird twist.
You do have to remember that they've got Pierre Maguire in their front office, so they could do anything.
Ooh.
Pierre Maguire and with Eugene Melnick in his ear.
Ooh, Pierre.
Oh, Pierre.
I don't think Timmy Stutz is going anywhere. I think you're okay there. I mean,
no, they just gotta lock some of those RFAs down.
Norris, I could see
like remaining guys.
That's the thing. Once all these, and then also once like guys like Stutz and some of the younger guys start coming off, are they gonna do all right, we don't want to pay these guys now and deal them off again like they did with the Stone Hoffman, Carlson group? Like,
is that what they did?
I mean, I mean, as much as that move sucked when they did it, the only one that didn't pan out was the Stone trade because Hoffman isn't anything overly special.
Yeah,
Turris hasn't been that good since they traded him.
Yeah,
even Carlson
has been a decline. So, I hope they pay these guys. I think you're talking about. Well, they were all around the same age. They were coming off their entries. Some of them. Hard to say. I hope that they don't because another cycle of this shit would suck.
Yeah.
You guys need a goalie. But Matt Murray was doing okay.
He is doing okay. I mean, he
only gave up 30. Only gave up 2 goals.
30 of 32. They lost 2-1. You got to score more than one fucking goal.
That is true.
So,
how many years are on Murray's deal?
I think 2 more. 4 was it?
More.
It was like 6 times 4 or something.
I believe it's 2 more. So I mean, it's working out okay this year. They just got to fix some shit. So
they got to fix his broken body too. Figure out why it keeps breaking.
It's funny because I don't think he's older than me. Maybe he is. Maybe a little bit. I don't think he's older than Danielle.
No, I think he's 26 maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Well, he peaked really young when he took Fleury's job, and then, kind of just went downhill after the back-to-back cups.
It happened to somebody else too. Jari? Is Jari super young?
He's pretty young.
He's
after he took Matt Murray's job.
Youngish.
It's like he did the exact same thing Murray did.
No, he did. Except he hasn't gotten the 2 back-to-back cups yet. So.
Yeah, he didn't get that far.
No.
Mike, what do you think your Lightning need?
Nothing. I think they gotta keep doing what they're doing. I would say backup goalie, but they can't afford a backup goalie.
So there's no area like it's not like you need, but is there if there was any area where if you could add,
I was gonna say it would help? I would say Klingberg.
Other than backup goalie,
I would say if they could find a way to add Klingberg and shore up their right side a little more, that would be ideal. Because I'm sick of Cal Foote and his slow ass. Jesus, man. Get some speed training in over the summer. Damn. But no, he actually had an assist in the outdoor game, so good job.
I hope the Habs get all of the world's picks.
All of the picks.
Yep. Yeah. No, or maybe actually a couple good prospects.
Couple bodies. Well, I think I'm going to call it there, gentlemen, because I got some other shite I could be doing. And
that was quick.
We don't have much to... Well, there's not much that's really happened in the NHL.
Yeah, it's just kind of... I don't know.
We're
at the spot in the season where it's like, all right, fuck.
Yep.
Give me a trade deadline at least. And then they put it a month later this year. And I'm like, well, why?
Yeah, there's CC.
Just... We didn't say anything when we entered the episode, but we are missing Eric this week. So
yes, we are missing Eric.
In tribute to missing Eric this week, I'm gonna give it. Don't fight me.
Listen,
We need a fourth, fifth liner.
Cece is gonna say hello. Eric, if you're watching, here's Cece for you.
There she is. Yeah, the little wave. Oh my god, she did not want to get off the bed, dude. You ripped her off the bed.
No, she didn't.
Dude, I had the other week I had I was at our friend Morgan and Josh's, and their cat was sitting on my lap, and then Danielle stood up really fast and scared it, and it dug right into my leg and then launched off of me. And I had the marks there for like 3 days. I was like, Jesus. But yeah, that's my cat story.
Sounds fun.
Okay.
Sounds not fun.
All right. Next week, hopefully we'll have all 4 of us, and hopefully there'll be a little more NHL news and a little less world news, or hopefully some good world news. That'd be good.
That would be nice.
But we'll have to wait and see. And you guys will have to wait until next week to see what we think. So
until next time.
This is gonna be such an easy video episode for you to edit.
It's gonna be quick.
It's gonna be so quick.
Which is good because I got things to unpack.
There you go.
All right. Peace out, everybody.